I think I'll just let's crack it. Just do this before we start. This thing requires a little bit of shaking. Oh, hello there, stranger. Just trying to get this perfect. Symmetry is everything. Mostly nuts, I'm afraid. Simulated too, it's a symmetry. Still not quite level. Well, don't do that. Keep it like that, just like they make those rugs slightly imperfect to prove that they've made it. Actually, I think it's a religious thing, but us, sometimes having a gem that's too perfect is a bad thing. So just a little bit wonky isn't too bad. Good morning, Adele. How are you doing? Perfect. Well, perfect enough anyway. Let's have a look at this guy. See what we'll do. Whoa, 106 people. That escalated quickly. Living the nightmare. I can't complain, but I've been soul searching. It's got nothing to do with the YouTube channel. One thing I've realised though is if you get yourself monetised too quickly, YouTube makes you work for your coin. If you don't work too hard, my AdSense failed and I've been doing better ever since. I think there's a reason for that, an algorithmic reason. And so I'm like, you're going to give me friction. Hello there, Night Shepherd. How you doing? So my point is, if you're going to give me friction, it's not worth my measly $3 a month. Knowing people's names, that's just not fair. Oh, that's interesting. Have a look. Got a nice little piece of so that's a healed crack. You see these in the lightning ridge ones a lot, and it's always in the what Don would refer to as poison blotch. And he's right, because like this might snap if you put too much effort on it, but you can see there's actually colour in it, and so you can make some pretty decent stones out of this stuff. And usually people chuck it away; they don't think it's worth anything. I'll show you an example somewhere. There is one. I can show you an example if I knew where it was. Maybe here. No, not in there. It's like a game of spot, except it's a really boring version of it. Yeah.
No, it's not here.
Oh, there it is. No, I can't find it. Well, I'll find it later, don't worry. Oh, there's 11 likes already. Let's move this over again so you can see what I'm doing at least. Look, you can see that we've got a bit of an issue. First cleaning up the evening. There we go. I will get a proper view sorted out for this eventually. Sorry about that. Incredibly unprofessional water that ends up on the unprofessional part of the... Oh, it's so unprofessional. So, sand's going to make your life a headache here. First things first, let's just clear out the sand and then we'll worry about cutting the stone. It's a nice little piece of stone, really. Look at that lovely checkerwork pattern. Cut it along here, right near that beautiful piece of crack that I was talking about before. That sounds bad. So straight here, we've got some crack showing. Yeah. Oh, hello there, guys. Aaron and Mimosa are here. And Paulina, sorry. I've been very remiss in my welcoming of people to the channel. Welcome to the channel, people. There we go. So what I've done is I've exhibited, I suppose, the come on, you can do this. Zoom in. Made an exhibit of that piece of crack there. Quite like it, to be honest. I mean, it's not valuable per se, but listen, this is opal. It's probably some dinosaur bone. Don't let the humans ruin your concept of value, I reckon. I have to cut along there. Yeah, there was no getting around that. So here's the deal, guys. So this, hello, in the moment and etiquette. Welcome. What I was going to say is that 225. That's a lot of people. What I was going to say is that really value is in the eye of the beholder. In this particular instance, now we'll cut some nice shiny stones. The one I was cutting before was probably worth a few thousand. But this one in particular, probably not worth that much, technically. But I tell you one thing, I would wear it, because it's beautiful. So, just to keep you enthralled, in my hand there's actually a nice little blingy bling bling. So we'll see how we go with that one. But I'll just finish off this other one first. got one more piece to do. And you never know, this could be the bit that goes off. Because there's no rule that says that this doesn't have to shine. That's the whole idea of gamble rough, to be honest. So look at that pattern. Look at that, it's like a Mandelbrot set. Or not, what does it make you feel like? I don't know. Oh, now this is just beautiful. Look at that. Okay, so there's a little bit of precious opal just staking through the middle of it. Not much, just a tiny little line. But, gee. I certainly would never regret cutting a stone like this. Look at that. What a beautiful stone. Having to carve it in a bit because that, believe it or not, is preserving more stone than it's cutting away because it's a thin section. Now I can bring this one up to the same thickness, but so obviously this particular stone doesn't have a pattern associated with it, but I think that means we get to name it. I'm going to name it Mandelbrot pattern because it looks like one. There you go. Stone named live on this channel. We kind of need to have more come up, but you know, if you don't get more, it's just a weird gimmick on YouTube. But the principle of the thing, my friends, the principle of the thing. Yeah, there is rhyme. There is rhyme and reason in what I'm doing. I could feel where the lumps were. But look at that. That's a smasher, that one. Not valuable. Not at all valuable. This one here might be valuable. This one here. But ooh, just calm yourself down, Bill. Calm yourself down. If I have to cut away some of the stone, don't ever feel bad because, well, that's why they're worth so much. This will just be an ordinary cab. It's getting to be smaller and smaller. I'm definitely feeling the love because all I can see in the corner of my eye is a few little hearts floating up. Thanks whoever's doing that. Alright, so this one here, probably have to double it, but nice little stone. And the good news is, there's two of them. There we go, probably have to double it that one too. It's done and dusted, so to speak. Okay, this is just sitting here on the bottom of the cutting room floor, but I've noticed there's actually some pattern on it, so I'm going to have a look and see what it's looking like. Wasn't meaning to do this one, but I think it's going to be worth it. Picks up a random lock. Making a decision. I'm not particularly happy with this this sand that's just down here. What that means is that there's a serious bit of thought going on in my head saying I should be cutting this one in half. And the longer I leave it, decision, the worse it gets. Let's just cut it. And I'll cut it along that axis. Yeah, just by just there was a nice bit of pink there, so I didn't want to cut that off. That is almost a complete waste. That. Get rid of that bit. Get rid of that bit. Get rid of that bit. And it's organising itself into a drop quite nicely. So there you go. That's what it wants to be. Completely shine. So when someone tells you, oh yeah, when you cut the opals, you just let the opal be what it wants to be, that's exactly what we're talking about. I didn't do any forcing. This stone, basically, by virtue of the inclusions and whatever it had in it, said, I want to be a drop. And so it naturally organised itself that way, and I lent into that, and now we've got a drop. Nice, beautiful shape. Still a few bits of rubbish opal that I need to get rid of. Bonjour François. Ça va? Très joli. Don't worry, I'm an Aussie, guys. Just using my 2 or 3 French words to make the French people feel welcome. Nice bit of shine on that one. That was just randomly sitting on the floor of my opal machine. I neglected to pick it up. That's all that happened. Check what this one is. Another random. No, that's going to snap. So we won't use that one. There's the other piece we cut off it. I think there's a larger piece sitting around here somewhere. There it is. These 2 bits here. That's interesting. Very interesting. That one, that's a stone already. Just sitting around being stone. Hi guys, I'm Stone and I'm pretty. are indeed. Sorry about this.
That's my bum!
Not anymore. It's doing nothing now. You realise the supermodel would love to have that happen to her. Oh yes, we wanted a vasectomy. Do it every Tuesday.
I had a binge. I ate a Toblerone.
You know what? Toblerone better pay me for that. I don't just endorse candies willy-nilly. Rare frogs. Whoops, I did it again. Oops, I did it again. Nice bit of red Ken, that wasn't it? Okay, let's put this back up. Good. This back over here. Now, we might do a big one. Or Belgium and that has piqued my interest. Look at that. We've got this layer all the way through. Let's see if we can cut through it. There we go. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Oh, what a beautiful pattern! Hope I can keep it, because like, there's no guarantees here. That is just absolutely jaw-droppingly beautiful. Just have to stabilise these ends here, and those ends, interesting. What I might have to do, we'll just see how good it gets on this side. Now that is a reward for the patience of trying to cut that thing, because like that was a tough cut. No, look at that. No choice. Just trying to work out the best way to do this. And there we have it. Beautiful. Alright, let's just trim the edges. I don't want to spin that down, but I have to keep that sandy back. Hopefully that'll be alright. If worse comes to worse, it's a bit, sorry about that. Like I say, if worse comes to worse, I'll cut that, but I don't want to because it looks beautiful. No, we don't. We'll just turn it into a matched pair. That's fine. We can do that. The reason why you do that is that you'll find that people spend an awful lot of time trying to salvage the stone, and in the end they lose pretty much half the stone's material anyway. So that's about a carrot, not bad. Oh wow, a whole heap of people said hi. Hello guys. Okay, so Francois, I've got Jose, Ole, Ave, Costa and Robert. Welcome to the channel guys. I think I've seen some of those names before, so welcome back to the channel I suppose. Just just quickly turn this into a cab. There you go, matched pair of earrings or something. There you go. Nice. Oh, hang on. Let's try being symmetrical, shall we? It doesn't matter too much. I'll be dopping them up anyway, but may as well go for symmetry. There we go. So that side does that side does that. Quite a nice little pair. Glad I did that. Now there's bits of this hanging all over the place. Let's have a look. We've got this chunk here. Won't do all of it tonight. There's plenty to do though. That bit might end up making us sad. Let's have a quick look. I have a feeling this will just continue to etch away until you've got nothing but disappointment, the hopes and dreams that are shattered in a little pile on the ground, and you're sitting there crying, going, where is my life gone? Or maybe we'll just get over it and, watch something on YouTube. But you get the general idea. Not bad. I mean, it's pretty mundane, but considering I started off thinking that this was going to end up just being powder, it being something other than powder is quite remarkable. The chance it will be powder, actually. Going. Nothing but disappointment. Oh well. Let's try this piece. From whence it all came. I mean, quite frankly, that's been a very interesting piece. Very interesting. I mean, even if you don't get an opal out of it, you get some entertainment. It was entertaining for me too, because I had to try my hand at precision cutting just to get anything out of it. And when we had a look on the other side, we saw beautiful colours. Then I had to cut it all up. So it's just drama. Well, what have we here? note the Celine Dion filter is back up again. Sort that out in a minute. Just that you've got a giant, massive stone here at the moment. And although I'm not... Okay, there's a little bit of precious opal in it, but nothing to write home about. But once again, fascinating stones. Now, I wasn't hoping just to have fascinating stones, you know. Oh, I like your hair. No. We don't want just fantastic stones. We want stones that are good, valuable, remarkable, sparkly. All the things we like. We want, what's her name? Julie Andrews. We want her singing about it. These are a few of my favorite things. Opals that really sparkle under the lights. There's a good dropping cockatoos that do not bite. You know, that kind of thing. Going to down under making some bling. These are a few of my favorite things. Okay. When the dog bites, when the Dremel stops, when I'm feeling sad, I think of a few of my favorite things, and I don't feel so bad. You get to listen to me singing, so you don't get to not feel so bad. But hey, down to 114, yeah. I don't blame you guys. That's silly. Here we go. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say something scary and then I'm going to de-scarify it for you. But these things, opal cutting to me is a problem that you solve algorithmically. And the way I talk about that is you look at the general principles that you're dealing with. At the moment I'm dealing with a cab, and so when you're dealing with a cab, all you have to do is look for the bit that's proud and then cut that off. Then move to the next proud section. If you do that, you'll end up with a cab. The other part of the algorithm is sand, which can't help. You have to work around it or cut it off, one of the two. I think you can work around it. It's always a bit of a dicey proposition. Look at that, beautiful. Once again, we have an opal which is not valuable in the traditional sense, but once again, I think it's beautiful, and yeah, I would happily wear stuff like this. I might wear the blingy ones because I quite like opals, but to be honest, this is just as good. There's also something about having cut it with your own hands, so you know. I'll get the sand off the face if I go around to actually dopping it up. Let's have a look at this guy. If it's going to end up not being particularly good, I'll terminate the experiment early, but we'll see. Oh my, okay, have a look at this. Wow. Now, what we've got now is some smashing opal, and all we need is for the sand to go away. This is what we're dealing with. See how the sand goes all the way in there? This is the true nature of the gamble. If this sand goes away, it's worth thousands. If the sand does not go away, $10 maybe. Now naturally, not only does the sand have to go away, but the colour has to stay. So there's a lot that needs to go on, a lot needs to go right. What I'm doing is I'm just having a quick gander, quick look at the other side, see if we can salvage something before we go tearing off in one direction. When you're doing first aid, you never look at the bit that's broken and bloodied. You look at all the other stuff first. Because you know the person's got a broken arm, you know the person's bleeding, and there might be something more serious. So that's a principle of first aid. So when you're looking at some nice bleeding on a stone, you probably should do the same kind of thing. Just check the rest of it out, see what's going on. And you might get rewarded like this way. Yeah, I saw that right, didn't I? Yeah, I did too. Good. There is some colour coming through. So what I might do, cutting around that piece of opal because I realised that I might want it. We'll see how it goes. But I think we're on a win here. Unbelievable. I'll show you this. You'd think that it was just covered in... Look at that, now we know what orientation we need to go, we can cut from that angle. But first things first, we're going to get rid of this sand because we know that the sand is only temporary. Look at this. Hello John, how are you doing? Hello Anne. And hello Peter. And hello James. Hello from Virginia, he says in Spanish, I do believe. Okay. Saludos desde Sydney. Even though I think it's going to be okay, I'm still hedging my bets here. through the worst of it now. That just over here there's some beautiful greens coming through. I'm wondering exactly how to express that. I may take a different tack cutting the stone. Here it comes. Piece doesn't owe us anything if it's got no colour. If it does have colour, we've got a chance of making another stone, so the risk is minimal here. Let's have a look. So that was a good call. There's a crack there, so I'll get rid of that. Yep, that was a crack, all right. I call it musical. Believe it or not, I've written a musical once. I called it Dying for Love. It's a story of one of those UK murder mystery dramas. In case you haven't watched one of those murder mystery dramas, everyone unalives themselves somehow. Usually assisted by a wonderful gentleman wearing a pair of black gloves. Anyway, usually one incident provokes a large number of unalivings. Also, as an aside, guys, I was considering seriously going sideways on this stone. Now that I know what I know, probably was a very good idea. Yeah, it's okay. I've had the joy of looking at this stone, cutting it open and seeing the amazing colours. Even if it doesn't end up being valuable, it's still good. At the moment, it's still a 10 carat whopper monster, and if it continues to have wall-to-wall colour on it, which it doesn't have at the moment, admittedly, so I'm suggesting it might soon. Then it will be worth the monster. Monster being exactly 500 brass razzoos. Yeah, I'm done with all of the running around. We're going slightly over time, so I'll just move this off, turn into a cab, and we'll go say hello to the birdies. Okay. Jolly good. And fate is smiling on me today. Look at that. Just bring that in a bit. Well, we didn't mean it to be, but this is ending up being a freeform. Dr. Phil the musical. Just wondering, with such hits as I Don't Like Sand. I like Anakin, don't like sand. It's horrible and mucky. It gets into everything, including my opals, and that makes Padme not like me. I like sand as much as the other two movies. Okay, I'm amusing myself, I get that. I'd watch me. I'd like it subscribed to me. You don't have to, I can do it. Oh dear. So there you go. Interesting, Opal. Yeah, I hope you cut that end off, I reckon. It's a shame, because it was looking really good for a while. At least we got to see it. There we go. I'll put it on the top stick and see what happens. For this piece, let's just have a quick look at it because it might turn into something cool. It'll be annoying if it does because this is the angle I was going to take on it. Now it's way small. Yeah, that was a way to do it. Look at that. So, yeah, we could have done it somehow that way. It doesn't matter. Sometimes you get the bear, sometimes the bear gets you. We've got this stone to do tomorrow, so I think we'll leave it at that. We'll go inside and say good night to the birds, I reckon. Yeah. 1 hour and 10. Oh, we better turn that thing off. Where is that? Blech. Where were you on the night of the 23rd? Turn that off. That's where it is. Yoink. It's just an ordinary drip. There you go. Right. As per usual, my jacket is absolutely saturated. Oh, hey, babies. Bit yawny today. Now, I'll show you something rather interesting, actually, whilst we're over here. Is it over here? It's not over here. It was over here. I must have returned it from whence it came. That's a shame. It was gold. A lot of it, too. Oh, well. I'll show it to you next time. All right. Bam. Zoom in. There we go. Bam. There is a bird. Where is the bird? We go to here. There. Right. Off with the jacket. Can you see me? No, you can't see me. I'll zoom out a bit. Is that better? Yep. Right, Max. You coming? Sketch a bit? Yeah, come on. Okay. You see it? No. Here we go. Good. All right. We'll flip around. We'll do it this way. Hello. Hey, Max. Yeah. It's like, get in there. Loving it. There you go. Is that okay? Good. He can't get these spots, that's why he likes it. Okay, sorry. What we're doing is we're looking for, pin feathers like this guy. How's that, huh? Yeah, you like that. Weird little fact, cockatoos are born in September as a general rule. So we have just arbitrarily given these birds the date of September 11th as their birthdays. something nice to have happen on September 11 rather than all the unpleasantness that occurred. Not that I'm trying to be disrespectful, of course. I can remember I was about 20 years old when that happened. And it was an interesting time. More than interesting, I think. Ooh, sorry. Yeah, it was the stick, mate. Oh, dear. Yeah, I know. I think it was the musical numbers because I'm a beautiful soprano. Hello. Yeah, Loki. Oops, sorry. Not doing well with these scratchy poos, am I? I'm pretty certain I saw. bring your face up here. I'm pretty certain I saw like 240 odd. Well, hello there. Come here. How do we do this? You like that? Very difficult. Yoink. Look. Here we go. Splat. Kiss. Look, careful. Don't break your wing. There we go. Yoink. Bam. Perfect. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Did you hear that? Like and subscribe. Did you hear that? That's amazing. Like and subscribe. Who'd have thought that would have happened? How amazing. Thank you. Your bit's done now, Pony. Bam. There we go. Whoop. Thank you, Pony. You're welcome. Right. Well, you've heard it from Pony. And I swear on the grave of Krusty the Clown, yes, his last bypass didn't make it, that it wasn't me who said that. It must have been Pony. It must have been Pony who said to like and subscribe. So it's fate. You must do it. Either that or I'm a lying old codger. Either way, I hope you had some fun. That's the opal cutting. I'm really tired. You're probably wondering what the hell has just happened. Don't worry, someone will explain it eventually. Have a lovely evening. Dr. Phil out.